really just wanted to come somewhere where I could win and play in a regional, super regional, make it to Omaha. When I came on a visit here, saw the facilities, talked to the coaches, and I loved the place, and I knew that this was a place where I could potentially win a national championship.
Tavian, how's Arkansas treating you, man?
It's treating me great so far. You know, it was a big change, but I love it. Love the atmosphere, love the fans, campus, everything about it I love.
You transferred in from Kansas. It's about 3 hours and 45 minutes of a drive from here. What's the biggest difference, Fayetteville versus Lawrence?
I would say the fans for sure. The fans are the biggest difference between like the sporting, like sporting events and stuff like that. But I feel like it's just a completely different type of like people. You know, like these people are definitely a little more southern. But everybody's down here has been great, treated me super well. So.
Sheesh. I want to honk at him. I'm excited. That gets me fired up. It's going to be fun tonight. Hopefully loud. Hopefully we give the fans a lot to cheer for.
Where'd you grow up?
Kansas City.
And feels that much different? Just being a little bit further south?
Yeah, I mean, it's not anything crazy like we're down in like Mississippi or anything, right? But like, I mean, it's definitely, I notice a difference being from Kansas City to here.
Did you follow Robert Moore when he was here and some other guys from that area?
Yeah, for sure. I grew up playing summer ball. Well, I've played against Robert since we were probably 6 years old, and we played together a little bit in high school. So I followed what he was doing down here too.
So you're a junior?
Yep.
With 2 years of eligibility left or one?
I believe one after this.
Draft eligible? Were you draft eligible last year?
I was not, no.
Okay. So what went into the decision? You know, now it's it's very much a transfer world that we live in college athletics. How'd you end up at Arkansas?
Well, when I decided to enter the portal, honestly, I just wanted to go somewhere and win. The last 2 years at Kansas, we really didn't have very much team success, but it was fun. I really loved it. I got to get on the field early, you know, and that was important to me coming out of high school. But I really just wanted to come somewhere where I could win and play in a regional, super regional, make it to Omaha. When I came on a visit here, saw the facilities, talked to the coaches, and I loved the place, and I knew that this was a place where I could potentially win a national championship. So.
Yeah. So, coming out of high school, what was your situation as far as offers and most people probably understand if they follow college baseball, but there's not a lot of full scholarships in college baseball. What do we have, 11.7 to go around the whole team?
Yeah.
We need to get that fixed. But
for sure.
What was your situation like? Who wanted you? Did you want to, were you kind of limited at that point? What were you thinking coming out as a high school senior?
I had quite a few offers, but nothing SEC. It was always my dream to play in the SEC, and I didn't have any SEC offers. I eventually decided on KU. It was
Were you surprised by that?
Looking back, not really. No, I don't think I was good enough at that age. I think I definitely needed to go through 2 years of college baseball to be able to compete in the SEC how I am now. So,
what's the biggest difference about you now versus then?
I would just say perspective, especially coming off an injury last year. I think it changed my whole perspective, and also just continued learning on how to fail, because that's one of the biggest parts of baseball in my mind. So,
yeah, we all like to talk about 3 out of 10 hits get you.
Yeah.
3 hits and 10 at bats get you in the Hall of Fame. You're hitting, I think, around 333, 7 home runs, 25 runs batted in at the time we're taping this podcast, 9 stolen bases. What's the biggest improvement in your game since you got into college? I think it's interesting that your dream's not over just because you didn't get to go where you wanted to go right out of the gate,
Yeah.
and how much you developed and what kind of player you are. You're like an all SEC caliber player right now. And that's a big jump.
Yeah.
So how did that, what evolved there for you?
Like I said, perspective and also just hard work. I think I kind of had a down year last year, I felt like, and it kind of lit a fire in me, and I just put my head down and worked as hard as possible and got to where I'm at. So
3-2 this.
Your last year there. So you come here. What did you think was going to happen when you got here? Did you know where you were going to land on the roster in the lineup?
I didn't know for sure if I was going to play second base or outfield, but I had an idea that I was coming here to play center field because we have a kid named Peyton Stovall. He's pretty good as well. So I had an idea I was going to play center.
Yeah. And what about your spot in the lineup?
I mean, I was hoping to lead off, but I mean, you never really know. But I showed that I could lead off in the fall. I had a pretty good fall, and DVH trusts me in the leadoff spot.
What's he like as a head coach?
He's more of like a manager. You know, he lets the assistant coaches do their jobs. He kind of just sits back and watches during the games. You know, he'll coach you when he needs to, but he doesn't micromanage anything. And I think that's a big reason why Arkansas has had a lot of success in the past and will continue to have success. But me and DVH are cool. We have a good relationship, and he's a cool guy. I love him.
That's awesome. Let me back up. When you were at Kansas, and you're obviously aware of Arkansas and other teams in the SEC, give me the outsider's perspective. What were you thinking then about Arkansas baseball before you were ever here?
That it was a powerhouse, really. That they always find a way in Omaha. They're always playing for a national championship, even though we haven't won one yet. But yeah, they're just a powerhouse. I mean, I knew that everybody knows the SEC is the best conference in the country. But in the Big 12, we like to say we're number 2. But we knew we weren't SEC. So it's really cool to finally be playing at Arkansas from the inside looking out now. So
yeah, did it live up to what you thought? Is it more? Is it better? Is it not as good? Is it similar?
Definitely better, way better for sure. Being able to play at Baum Walker in front of all these fans every single game, all the support. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
And what about the SEC? What's different?
It's just tough, man, honestly. Everybody's good. I mean, you have power arms. Every arm you face is a power arm. You know, you're facing first rounders pretty much every game on the weekends. You know, it's everybody can hit. You're playing in packed stadiums, hostile environments. That's what's so tough about it, but I think that's what makes it so fun.
The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a drive right center field. Back it goes. That ball gonna get out of here. And Tavian Josenberger gives the Razorbacks the lead with a home run in front of the video board. A 2-run shot.
As a leadoff guy, take us inside that spot for a second. Your approach, just your thought process.
I feel like it's pretty simple. I like to see a lot of pitches, but I also just want to get on base. If I can get on base by any means, honestly, a hit, a walk, hit by pitch, anything, I'll do whatever it takes to get on base, and that's what I like to pride myself on.
You like being fast?
I love being fast.
Is that I mean, it's an obvious question, but is it
Yeah.
one of the favorite things about what you do?
Yeah, I definitely like being able to run. Honestly, I've always been fast, so I don't know what it's like not to be able to run, but but I like it for sure.
Yeah, but guys that can run love to run.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be standing out there on base for that. You're probably just itching to go.
Yeah, for sure.
You're always looking to turn that single into a double.
Yeah, go first or third. You know,
Yeah.
you always just want to score, honestly. Score
Yeah.
on everything. So.
What do you like about playing center field?
I like to be able to kind of control things out there. also feel like I have a lot of good angles at everything. Like I can see a lot of pitches. I can see if the umpire messed up here and there. You know, I feel like I can just see everything.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like it a lot. I think center is honestly easier than left and right to read balls. So I also like that as well. I don't know how I do in the corner outfield spots, but I think center's a place for me.
You've tracked down some balls. You had the Alabama game. You robbed somebody of a home run.
2-0 the count.
I remember being a kid, like just that would be the game you always play. Like go try to rob, like just somebody throw the ball up by the fence and you're just practicing.
Yeah.
But when you get that in a real game and you get to pull it off on that stage, what's that like?
I kind of just blacked out, honestly. I kind of anticipated the batter hitting something hard. I went back on it, timed the jump pretty well, and after I caught it, I kind of just blacked out because I was so excited. That is stuff you dream about, and I've never robbed a home run before, so it was a cool feeling.
I don't know if you remember, but the hog pen was probably pretty jacked about that.
Yeah, they get pretty hype out there when we do something good, so I'm sure they were yelling pretty loud.
What is that like out there?
It's sweet, honestly, because all the fans are right here. I mean, I feel like I can hear pretty much everything they say. They're always saying good things to me. For the most part, I haven't messed up too bad yet. So, but they have their back. I mean, they're right behind you, so it's cool.
I think people would say about you, you're sort of like a spark plug for this team. You're an energy guy. I'd probably say leader. But what would you say your role is on the team? And just in the clubhouse with the guys? Especially being a new guy, but you're such a big part of the team, hitting leadoff, playing center field, and you're a veteran, like you've been around.
Yeah.
Even though it's your first year here.
Yeah, I'd like to say I'm a leader. I can get loud sometimes. I feel like I have a pretty loud personality, but I feel like more than that, I try to lead by example. Just playing as hard as I can and trying to set the tone for the weekend or for the game or whatever it is. I like to bring a lot of energy as well. I just feel like if I don't, then who will, I mean, there's definitely other guys on the team that bring a lot of energy, but I feel like when I go, we go. So,
what's it like in the clubhouse and in the dugout with this group?
Funny. I feel like we have a lot of funny guys. A lot of guys that just love to win. We're all like super good friends, honestly. We stay together, we hang out together, we do a ton of things together. And I think that's a big reason why we're going to be successful down the road. But yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
Who are some of the characters on this team?
We got a lot. We got a lot. Let me think. Let's start by. You want to go pitchers first?
Yeah. I mean, we got to start with the weirdest collection of guys, right? First.
Yeah. Pitchers are wild, for sure. We definitely have a lot of unique personalities. I'm gonna go with Gage Wood first, because when he's pitching, he's a psycho. He's a full psycho when he's pitching, and I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna just stay with Gage.
What's that look like for a second?
Well, when he's pitching, it's kind of like he wants to kill who's ever in the box. That's kind of what it seems like to me. And he's always super, super hype. And like when he gets out of jam, he's always coming off screaming. And I think it fires everybody up. So,
yeah.
We got to move on to position players. Let's see, we got a lot of those. One of my roommates, Harold, he's an interesting cat. Super cool dude. Mason DeVille, the freshman. I think just because he's from Vegas, it's a little different culture over there, I feel like. And I don't know too many people from the West Coast, so he's a funny guy. Peyton Holt, he's a comedian. We got a lot of guys, man. It's a fun group to be around for sure.
What's it like playing on the road in this league?
Well, let's see. We went to LSU. LSU was kind of a reality check for me because that was kind of like getting my feet wet in the SEC.
About the crowd here, but in depth, let's go there for a second. I mean, you ever been anything like this?
No. No, not even close.
What's it? How do you explain it as a player? What it's like when you're in between the lines out there?
I feel like the only way I can explain it is like when you do something cool, like if you say rob a home run and you hit a home run, I feel like you kind of just black out. Like you're just running around the bases, just that excited. The crowd's roaring. I mean, it's a amazing feeling, really. It really is.
It's probably pretty obvious, but what's the team goal? What is your goal for this team?
Win a national championship for sure.
Yeah. What do you have to do that? Because postseason, tournament style, anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
How do you get ready for that?
I think we just have to make up in our minds that we're gonna fight through whatever adversity we face. I mean, we've already showed that we can do that. With all the injuries that we faced, we're still playing well regardless of who we don't have with us right now. But yeah, just fighting through adversity and playing as hard as we can every single game, I think will get us to the place where we want to go.
Along with that, which I agree. I mean, there's a toughness to this team, you know. Yeah. And there's, I don't know, it feels like there's some leadership, and they're just guys are. You look like, you know, you guys are just your experience. You know what you're doing, that kind of thing. But what would you say that kind of beyond that, the strength of this team is?
I would say we're just gritty, honestly. We're gritty. We will do whatever it takes to win. I feel like is our biggest strength, and we just find a way to win baseball games by any means possible.
Yeah, it seems like balance. Like you guys could win a lot of different ways,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's something any manager would love to have. What's your personal goal for the year?
I really don't have any like crazy personal goals. I mean, I'd like to get some type of All-SEC award for sure. I'd like to honestly just lead the team to Omaha. I mean, it's not only going to be me. We have a lot of leaders, but yeah, I just want to win the national championship.
Let's get to know you personally just a little bit. By the way, you play basketball, right?
Yep.
I don't even have to be told what position you play. There's no question, right?
Yeah.
The ball was in your hands.
Yeah, for sure.
Point guard.
Yeah.
I heard that when you were talking about center field.
Yeah.
You like to see it all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you had fun playing basketball.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing basketball. I played 3 years in high school, and I didn't play my senior year.
Was that tough, not playing your senior year?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of just want to focus on baseball and try to put on some weight so I can get drafted. The most tough thing was that the draft was 5 rounds, so like it wouldn't have mattered, you know. So I looking back, should end up playing anyway. But I had a lot of fun in basketball. I miss it. I miss it still.
Do you play any at all?
No, not during the season, obviously, because we don't want to get hurt. But
yeah,
I'd like to.
I'm sure you're not done with basketball.
Yeah.
At some point, with some pickup somewhere, right?
Yeah.
What do you do in your time when you're not practicing or playing baseball?
I feel like I really don't do much. I mean, me and the roommates sit on the couch a lot. We like to play golf, play video games. That's pretty much it.
No time for dating?
No.
That was the most emphatic answer of the entire interview.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for that right now.
No.
We focused on baseball. Yeah.
Only baseball.
Yeah. You go to the movies. You
We watch
do
movies.
You watch like Netflix, or you got shows that you like?
We watch a lot of different movies for sure. We probably watch 100 movies since we've been here, but we don't really go. We don't really go to the movies.
Yeah, it sounds like such an old person question. It's like, do you go to the mall? Like, no, I buy all my stuff online. Like, why would I go to a movie?
Yeah.
Like, every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like the new Air movie, the Michael Jordan shoe deals.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, but I mean, it'll be in your living room in like 5 minutes. So.
Right. So like, what's the point of spending $20?
Yeah.
But
what's your future baseball aspirations?
Make it to the big leagues, and hopefully be a long-time big leaguer. I feel like that's pretty much everybody's goal that plays baseball, but yeah.
If that doesn't work out and you got to end baseball before you'd like to, any idea what else you might do?
I have no idea. No clue. Maybe coach. I mean, that's kind of in the back of my mind a little bit, but I'm kind of all plan A right now.
So when your time is over at Arkansas, when you're done playing baseball here, how do you hope Razorback fans remember you?
I would say as a winner, because honestly, I came here to win. That's all I want to do is just win baseball games, and however I can help the team win, I'll do it. So, as a winner.